morning, everyone, and welcome to LOETB Centre of Excellence here in Portlaoise for the Under 15A final of 2020. I suppose I was getting 1990, but this is a final that obviously was due to be played last year, and it's been played now in the Michael Hurling field. Of course, this field is sponsored by Tom Brennan and Clough-Ballacolla, and we thank them for that. And this is a real sporty occasion for Camross and Clough-Ballacolla, the young teams. And I'm delighted to be joined by Sarah Cuddy here today. No introduction needed for Sarah, Laois Camogie player and Camross Camogie player, obviously. And Sarah, just first of all, congratulations on Laois Camogie yesterday and a fantastic win. And that was a great game to remain in Division 2 for you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Look, it was well needed. I suppose we started off hard in the year. We made it tough on ourselves, but was glad to stay up anyways. The main thing.
And just you bagged 2 goals just for, you know, anyone thinks you're shy and unassuming, you're certainly not on the field, because in fairness bagged 2 goals, and that's great. So, and any time anyone beats a Dublin team, that's no true, you know, nothing to be underestimated. That's fantastic for you. And I know, you know, I mean, you would have wanted things to go a bit better earlier in the year, but this is great for you now. Sets you up well for the championship, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's leaves us in a better position to start off the championship campaign. But look, we'll see how we go.
Yeah, great. So Sarah will be doing commentary, be going through it. As I said, young fellas here, under 15 players of last year. Some of them were under 16, some of them gone on to the minor county panel. There's 8 of them, I think, between both clubs, 5 and 3, that are county minor stage. So that's great for them. And for the 2 clubs, I suppose, Sarah, look, we all talk about COVID and lockdown and all that, but this is the reality of these players. They were tuning up to play a final last year. It didn't happen. First of all, we want to thank, you know, I mean, special thanks has to go to Laois County Board, and they get plenty of people have negative stuff, but they persisted with it, particularly the Juvenile Board, but, you know, Niall Handy, Peter O'Neill and the Juvenile Board, Alan Langton, Sean Connolly, to make sure these finals are played and that they're not left, you know, just put aside. And that has to be great. You know, there's a great compliments to them for thinking that and doing that.
Oh, definitely. It's been a tough year for everyone, and just to get it all running back up and going again, it's great. Yeah,
and for ye and for Camross or Clough-Ballacolla, you know, how important is it an underage win? You know, what does it mean to clubs? This is going to be big for them, I presume.
Oh, 100%. Like, look, you're looking at younger fellas. These are the buildings of your adult teams. Like, this is where the adult teams are made, and like that's where they're scoping out young lads. And I suppose it's vital. Like, wins at young age is pivotal for like club success, definitely.
Yeah, so Anthony Staples is going to be refereeing this game. He'll be getting on shortly in a few minutes. They're playing for the Father Matt Walsh Perpetual Trophy, which is donated in 2000 by his family, and a fantastic trophy in front of us. And again, Midlands Park, thanks to the Midlands Park Hotel for their sponsorship of the juveniles. It's been great here, and thank them again. So as we go along, I said to you before about COVID and that, you know, praise has to go to the parents in particular, but the players in particular, and the management of these teams who've, you know, stuck with it, you know, had disappointments. And so the layoff, the last time these 2 teams met, Camross won by 12 points in the rounds of it. Would that have any bearing today, do you think, Sarah?
Look, it's hard to tell. Ballacolla, I suppose, are coming in as underdogs, but you know, you can't write off an underdog. They've had plenty of time now to like fix out any of those crinks, and they've plenty of time to work on themselves individually and then as a team. So I think we're up for a good game now today.
Yeah, and I suppose with managers like the likes of Ty Doran there, who's been, you know, involved in coaching, you know, as well as being goalie for Laois, Camross, you know what I mean, fantastic underage coach. And then on the other side, you just have someone like Darren Marr and Picky Marr just pick up, and it's great to see, you know, players and fellas like that. We won't call them the elder statesmen of the club, they won't like that, but them coming back and taking on the team, that must be great for young lads to see those people do that, and it must be great for the club to see them getting involved.
Definitely. Like, they look like when you're growing up, you're looking up to them boys the whole way up along, and then for them to take over and to be coaching everything that they know, it's great. Like, it's just what's needed, I suppose.
Yeah, and great, you know, to them, and again, as I said, the parents and the things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call out the players' names for you at home. We don't have, you know, a program to lay out, so I'm just going to call out the teams as they've given us the numbers. They say they play to numbers. We pick it up during the match, I suppose. There could be a few. We do know there may be an injury too on the Camross side, but we'll get it as the match starts, we'll get on. So Camross, we'll start with them. In goal is Rick Bannon, named number 1. Number 2 named is Jack Cuddy. Josh Hines 3 and Conor Mortimer 4. Tom Cuddy 5, Shane Higgins 6, Robert Lauder 7, Owen Cuddy 8 and Aaron Carroll 9. Ben Deegan, the captain, is 10, Emmett Bergen is 11, Kevin Byrne 12, Scott Holmes 13, Harry P.Y. 14, 15 is Ross Phelan, Ashton Keenan is 17. 18 Sam Devaney. 19 Colin Conroy. 20 Luke Ryan. 21 Jamie Phelan, and 22 David Hines. And Clock Ballacalla team in goal are 9. Number 1 Peter Rafter. Adam Waite. Number 2 Gary Whelan is vice captain. Number 3, and Darragh McAvoy is number 4. Number 5 Joseph Pearson. Evan Casson is number 6, and Cormac Hogan is number 7. Owen Duggan wears 8, and so Kevin Mead wears 9. Half forward line Thomas Brennan wears 10, Jack Brady 11, and Kevin Hyland 12. 13 is Frank Hyland. 14 is Liam Ryan. 15 Patrick Hyland. 17 Colin Brennan, and Jim Hyland is 18. As I said before, the management teams in Clock Ballacalla: Darren Marr, Picky Marr, Gordon Pearson, Pádraig Hyland, and Damien McAvoy, and Tig Doran, the man there, with Gary Cuddy and Matthew Collier for Camross management team. So look, we'll pan to the teams. They'll be shortly starting with Anthony Staple as referee.
I suppose we're looking for it'll be a fairly lively game today. I suppose both teams are looking very lively in the warm-ups, flat out. Plenty of depth in the Camross team, to be fair, but I'm looking for some good matchups now out around the middle of the field and in some of those lines. Ballacalla they're looking lively, and to be fair, they've had plenty of time to get themselves up to match pace, so I think we're in for a very good game now today.
Thanks, Sarah. As we get to the middle of the field, we'll be looking around to see is there any changes there. We can already see that Clock Ballacalla have Thomas Brennan's gone midfield there, and Cormac Hogan, the captain's gone midfield. Camross then, Robert Lawler's gone the middle of the field with Owen Cuddy. Very tentative here, plenty of pushing. Anthony Staplin won't make any mess in there. Getting to know each other already out there in the team. Anthony says, hold on a second, lads. A lot of lads inside the 65 as well, Sarah. But sure, look, that's the way. I'm sure he'll throw it in shortly and get it underway here in the LOE to be Centre of Excellence Midlands Park Hotel under 15A final from 1920 or 2020. I've said 19 twice now at this stage, but anyway, we'll get used to it as we go along. So Anthony restores a bit of order here to the team. It'll be nervous moments from the Sarah, I'm sure, until the ball gets thrown in and get playing early, basically.
Until you get first touch, and then the nerves start to settle then.
Yeah, so he's still waiting. He must be checking the second watch, but anyway, could become important for the end of the match, at the time is going well for him, but he's checking again with wait. So Connie Dunn is on the far sideline, and John Lawler here as well on this sideline. So plenty of officials here today to make sure. Now sure there'll be nothing going on anyway, but umpires there. It's great to see it for a hurling final, which is only right. So now we'll again, we do know that Jack Cuddy may have had an injury there for Camross, so we're going to see what number has come in. We'll pick it up there, Sarah. So the big scramble in the middle of the field here and breaking out there. Thomas Brennan breaks out from the middle field, picks it up. It's around, bopping around again, jumping around there. Ballacalla get it. Clock Ballacalla have it now again. Out here it comes. That's Kevin Byrne. Long ball inside, but it's picked up well. No, it's not. Dropped inside by Darragh McAvoy. Darragh coming out again though. He did well there to hold on to that ball in front of him. Owen Duggan, first time on. Nice ball, goes inside. Evan Casson, Shane Higgins, long ball inside. Free inside, Anthony Staple says, and that was Kevin Byrne, I think, was fouled inside there. It was Ross Phelan was Sarah. Oh yeah, okay. So Ross Phelan has come on there to start. I presume that's for Jack Cuddy. Is he playing in that position in Sarah?
Jack Cuddy was actually back, but Ross has come on there in the forward. So it'll be interesting to see now how that changes there.
That's the first score of the game. Go Ben Deegan, the captain. That's yes, we eventually get to the flag, so it is. He's gone to pick up the ball first, and anyway, kept it all in suspense there. He did, Sarah, but Ben Deegan popped that over. Long ball out again to fight from the middle of the field. Quickly picked up there with Camross, and on the move there again inside. Kevin Byrne scrambling inside for it. So too is Ross Phelan. Anthony Staplin said Someone touched it on the ground, I believe. It's a free in to Camross again. And Ben Deegan looks like he's going to come up and step up there. And Ben, of course, thankfully his mother is from Camross with good hurling background, because it certainly didn't come from Strably with his father, Martin.
You can say that again.
All right, Sarah. Okay, I thought you were supposed to be nice to all these lads, but anyway, young Deegan stepping up here. He's a great hurler in fairness to him. He's been great potential to talk about Ben here, and he confidently stands over this free, and straight over between the posts, and that gives them nice little 2-point cushions there, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So the breeze actually blowing here. If we look at it, it's blowing from left to right. Clough-Ballacolla have it in their favour as they go along again with the puck out. A lot of people scrambling, broken up there straight away from Camross. Straight on to this Ross Phelan, who's been on a lot of ball alright, Sarah, hasn't he? He's come in.
Yes, he's coming. He got straight stuck in there.
Yeah. So just to remind people, we're playing 13 aside again, of course. So that was in the back there, but no free, said the referee. Off they go. Kevin Byrne probably felt a bit aggrieved there at that one. Clough-Ballacolla tried back out, but they're met by a wall of Camross lads, but he moves on along. Joseph Pearson in high ball inside, picked up inside, quickly caught by Owen Duggan is back there. No, it was Owen Duggan, Owen Duggan with the score, good score by him. He got onto that area, and so that's 2 points to 1 for Camross. Plenty of lads getting to know each other here. Maybe Anthony will go back and deal with it. He got tipped off, I think, from the crowd when they started encouraging lads to. So he's calling lads ashore here, and it just kind of put a stop to the early Sarah, really, I suppose.
Yeah, look, it's county final. Everyone's just raring to go, and it's just tensions are a bit high, but look, it'll settle.
Yeah, and with Anthony, top class referee, nothing like that is going to go on, unnoticed to him, and he'll sort that out in the way he normally does. In fairness to him, have a chat with him, which is the right thing to do. So they're waiting here. Everyone's very bunched in the middle. That's is really narrow, straight down the middle stuff. On goes Kevin Byrne again to it. He's down, picks it up, big scramble again inside there for it. Out come Ballacolla. They've been great there in that thing. Joseph Pearson again, but he gave a ball away. And that's number 18. That's a fantastic score. He didn't even look again. I'll pick it up there in a minute now who that was, but that's a great score for them, and that came, of course, from Owen Cuddy. Yeah. Go along again. Clough-Ballacolla down in. It's kind of a 50-50 ball, but inside there, Conor Mortimer picks it up and comes straight out with it. Out front of him there, Scott Holmes up here, went for it. Shane Higgins went for it, went by him. Cormac Hogan, the captain for Clough-Ballacolla, passes across to 15, and number 5 now, Joseph Pearson, puts it inside. This should be good from Thomas Brennan. Has he got the accuracy? They were looking at it, they don't know, they were going to wave it wide, but they're giving it a point, and that's very, very important. It was a good score from Clough-Ballacolla there, worked that well, didn't they? They never gave up.
No, there's 2 good scores there from play. They're working it well through the lines.
Peter Rafter, Rick Bannon pucks that ball out, goes inside again, onto it straight away. Owen Cuddy doing a lot of stuff, and inside has Kevin Byrne got it. No, it's picked up by Adam Waite tries to clear the line. Byrne had it broken, got the block of it, and Byrne is on it again. This is very tenacious. He's in on goal. Is this ominous? No, well hooked, but he gets the rebound, and a good goal there by Byrne. He worked hard to get that, but it was 1-on-1 in there. Maybe that's not what Clough-Ballacolla should be tightening it up, maybe.
Yeah, no, look, there's some great defending there, but when you're 1-on-1 a goalie, there's only one place for it, and Kevin did the right job.
Camross the tails up now again. Shane Higgins puts it long again. They know that Byrne is winning inside there, but this time Clough-Ballacolla clean it up. It's dropping out here again to 2 of them. Who gets it? 13 back there. Scott Holmes is back playing defensive. I suppose he was moved back when Ross Scott again, but it breaks out here to Cormac Hogan. Hogan, the captain, left it behind him. He has it again. Cormac Hogan pops it inside. Owen Duggan inside to Thomas Brennan. Brennan's still going. He's still going with it. He doesn't know what to do. He looks aside as the wall of Camross lads. He gets the opportunity off. They didn't close him down, and he got the point away. Maybe they should have come out. There was 4 in front of him. Sarah.
Yeah, definitely. But look, you have to give Owen Brennan credit there. It was a great ball in.
Yeah, Rick Bannon's starts it off again for Camross. And out at Byrne again. Kevin Byrne, they're really picking him, signaling him out, and he gets the free. The hurl was taken, I think, over his grasp there and thrown to the ground. So we're looking back at the goal there, but it came inside, it worked inside for Kevin Byrne. Adam Waite had it originally, but then Byrne got it back again and went in and straight in on goal. And as Sarah says, there's only one place you want a player to put that, and that's in the onion bag, as they call it. And there's only a goal in it, even though Clough-Ballycollar will be playing with the wind as we see it. But they have a free here now, and Owen Cuddy's going to have a go at that. I'm sure against that wind there, he's probably thinking about dropping in, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll just see how he goes, but he definitely has the range anyways.
It's a great long puck. It's going in. Is that going all the way? That's a fantastic score and excellent stuff by Owen Cuddy. That's just makes such a difference to your team. And of course, being a grandson of PJ Cuddy, it probably helps as well, in fairness. That's, he didn't lick the hub off the road, as I said, but that's a fantastic score. And then come again, Camross, they're really starting to pick up in the break. But again, good tackling by Clough-Ballycollar. They seem to be, Camross are a bit slow that time on it. On Evan Casson, straight through the middle, and it goes, pops it outside there to Thomas Brennan. Brennan again has been on, and Brennan has been very accurate, hasn't he, for them? Sarah, in fairness, he is the danger man for Clough-Ballycollar to get them the ball.
Definitely, and you have to give credit there again to Unduggan. A great pass off again. He's doing a great Trojan mark over in the middle field.
So it's 1-4 to 4 points. Rick Bannon starts it again. They're all waiting for the break. It's dropping. Who gets it? And Camross gets it again. Side. Ben Deegan was bottled up, pops to the side. Here it goes to Ross. Ross, he dropped it aside, but they pick it up again. Out here, Deegan is on left on his own. He's going to go for the effort. Hard look, it looks to be tailing to the right and wide, but no, that came inside. That was an excellent score from Ben Deegan, and nice distance out there against the wind, wasn't it, Sarah?
Yeah, good score. Fair, nice curl on the ball.
Peter Rafter begins it again for Clough-Ballycollar. It's 1-5 to 4 points for Camross. And again, Camross pick it up. Josh Hines got it, was fouled. Anti-Stapleton comes back in and says that, but he picked that up. Sarah, with the wind, it just seems Clough-Ballycollar are just pucking it, just putting it down into the area. They're not picking out anyone really,
No, at the moment anyway, they're just kind of hoping for the best.
Yeah, it looks like that. Well, look, I suppose it's thankful we're not doing this short stuff that seems to be the tradition now for everyone. Thankful to come back. This looks like Byrne again. He puts it aside. No, that didn't work out. And Peter Rafter begins play again, puts it long, and now there's two Camross men here against one. You'd suspect the Camross man to do it, but inside Jack Brady, but Duggan has it again. Duggan, there's a lot of pulling in there, and now come Camross with it. No, it's back in again. Frank Highland was in there, and it's a Clough-Ballycollar ball. John Lawler points it inside, so or they look to be outnumbered again. Clough-Ballycollar are getting dividends down that corner. Sideline cut coming up. Thomas Brennan again, the marksman. He's been on the, a real marksman for Clough-Ballycollar so far. Lovely cut, but unfortunately has gone to the right and wide for him. 10 minutes gone in the first half. Camross 1-5, Clough-Ballycollar 4 points. Rick Bannon gets it going again, out to the middle. He's coming, well held there inside. Clough-Ballycollar passes off real quick now. Brennan tries to go short. It goes inside to the corner to Owen Duggan. Duggan, he's been bottled up by Mortimer, but Duggan gets aside, puts it across the square. Well intercepted there by Scott Holmes. Nephew Niles scores, and Cormac Hogan, the captain, puts it inside. He's on his own now again, and out comes Holmes again, but it's taken off him by Duggan, and Duggan turns round. Owen Duggan, an excellent score. Owen Duggan, he persisted. You'd think, Holmes had that ball and Duggan just persisted and got it off him. That's a vital score for them, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He's one to watch there. He's every time.
Out it comes. It's anyone's ball when it pucks out. But again, Ballycollig pick up on the thing. And here's Duggan again. On his own, but unfortunately without his grasp. But he won't give up on it. They're coming out, trying to get out, and Camross come out with it clear. Pops it off in front of him. Looking for movement up the front. It still is a 1-on-1 though. As Gary Whelan puts it up. Whelan still has it. Been helped out there by Adam Waite. Waite trying to help him. But they're coming out. And here's Waite again. Well done to him. And comes up with this no free. Camross are battling hard for it, and they're not giving up. And the free outs at Anthony Stapleton. Bit of afters on the ground there, and I think the linesman saw that, and there could well be a bit of trouble there if what I saw is transferred to the referee. Just a little overreaction. But anyway, and he's gone back to the umpires. The referee will look at all that and talk to his linesman. No real patronage here, I suppose. It's, goalies are poking it out. It's landing down, and people are taking their chances. But it's kind of straight down the middle kind of stuff, really, isn't it? Bit of settling into it.
It's going along with it at the moment anyway. There's no real through the lines play really. Look, it might change as we go. We're only a few minutes into it. Yeah, we are, and we'll be coming up to a water break soon, I presume. But this will take a time until Anthony Stapleton comes in and gets his facts right. This is a county final, and if he has to take action, hopefully it'll be the right action, whatever it is he takes. Regardless of whether it's a final or not, it's a match. So he'll have to apply the rules the same, whatever way it is. So we'll see what he does here. It's Joseph Pearson, who had been involved in it, doing a lot of work back there for them, and drove forward a couple of times for Clough Ballycollig. And we just see now what the referee's action will be. And it's a straight red card. Again, as I said, that's the referee's decision. He conversed with his umpires and linesmen, and he made a decision as he's led with the information. And whether it's a final or not, unfortunately, that's the rules apply to all games, and that's the referee's decision. So that's a huge loss for Clough Ballycollig. Joseph Pearson now down, so they're 13 players on a warm day today. Now 12 players. And a player that stature who had been doing a good bit of work back in there, for them, and had drove forward a few times. That's unfortunate, but anyway, that's the referee's made a decision. That's it, as we get the ball going on the way. It was a Ballycollig free, but he threw it back in. As Thomas Brennan's in there rooting for it. It's a good few. Brennan's coming out with it really strong, and he puts it out. Well done to Thomas Brennan there. Kevin Hyland on it now. Hyland. And it goes in along his side, but well taken inside there by Tom Cody. Cody puts it aside. Here comes Cormac Hogan, the captain. He has to step up now, but he's surrounded by 3 Camrossmen. In the go, and that's a free incident to Stapleton. Brennan again, I think it was it was Kevin Hyland at that stage, and got that. Of course, they were all grandsons of the famous Mikey Hyland. Kevin is grandson of Mikey Hyland of Shanahoe fame, and fairness, and dancing and everything. Shanahoe, Mikey character there in Shanahoe, but Ben strikes and lifts it in straight over the bar just to go wide. That's unfortunate for Kevin. Gone to right and wide. They probably could have done that to settle them with their numerical disadvantage. So we go to a water break now for both teams. Score is Camross 1 goal and 5. Clough Ballycollig 5 points. Not been very many misses. A couple of vital ones maybe for Clough Ballycollig, Sarah. That they could have done with having, I suppose, is the best way to put it. Yeah, definitely. Look, that would have been something to settle the nerves there. But it'll be interesting to see now how they come back out for the next 15 minutes of this half. It's, the play is going to completely change now when you go an extra man down. So we'll just have to see how it goes and how they come out. They just have to come out with a bit of a positive attitude, I suppose.
Yeah, and look, while we look here and we sit back in our armchairs and commentate and whatever we do looking at it, we also have to be considered it's probably years since these fellas have actually had a competitive game as such, you know what I mean? To get going, and a lot of rustiness there, and to get out and come back and play a final, and some of these lads would be over age now for this year, you know what I mean? This is last year's final, so it's a credit to them that they're playing, and it's straight up and down stuff at the moment, but Camross or anyone won't mind whoever wins this. They just want to get the job done. They don't really care how fancy or nice it is for us viewers, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I suppose it's been a long year, and just I suppose the boys are all busy enough. They're doing their own grades, and to come back and have to play a grade that you're gone out of, it's tough on the legs and stuff. But look, it's been a good match so far, and hopefully it keeps up.
Yeah, it is here. We're the LOETB Centre of Excellence, the Midlands Park Hotel under 15A Championship final of 2020. It's great that the game is on and that these chaps get to, play out and play in the finals. These will be treasured memories from the years to come. Particularly for the winners, I suppose. The losers maybe not so much. But anyway, this is all the building cover, as Sarah said earlier, for senior teams to come. All these fellas you see here, please God, will all be the seniors of their respective clubs in times to come by. So it's really important that they get a good crack at this final here and put everything they can. And I'm sure I see Ty Dorn is over there. He's, he won't be happy whether they're a point up. He'll still demand more. I'm sure that's the way Ty works there, isn't it? I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. But sure, look, that's every team. You just want to drive it home, no let up at all. But look, we'll just see how they go now.
Yeah, and on the other side then we've Darren and then Picky. Of course, they'll be adding their huge experience from Laois and Clough themselves, being in county finals many years. They've been pressing on the lads that things are going okay. Yes, man down, they just have to forget about that and try and play on. There's going to be extra work for a couple of lads to do. There's no hiding now for Clough, and we've often seen the team that has been numerically disadvantaged has suddenly picked up on it, and maybe this will be the case. I'm sure everyone in Clough will be hoping for the same as the teams come back out after the water break. These water breaks stretch out. I know there's a lot of critical, but again, there's no harm people getting a break. The players playing are the ones that want to drop a water and a bit of a break. Us in the stands are looking at it, think, Jesus, it's only wasting time for us. But I think they're vital enough, And what it also does, I think, Sarah, you might have found it in Camogie as well. I think it stops all these people running on the field as well and kind of running across you. And the people kind of tactically kind of do stuff with water people, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I suppose it can be a bit annoying watching the match, but as a player as well, it gives you a chance, especially look after what's happening, to regroup and figure out where you're going to go next.
Yeah. So we begin after this water break, and this is going to start with a puck out from Camross after the last wide there, the last free from Kevin Hyland. So Ricky Bannon's going to get it underway. He's pucking out into a relatively strong enough breeze, I suppose. When you look at the flags here, it's a nice breeze down through the middle of the field and gets underway, and straight away there's the extra man, and that's but Kevin, and he goes straight away inside. 1-on-1 in here for Kevin Byrne, the danger man, but he's been followed by Gary Whelan. Inside it goes again. He's a turn around. No, well done by Whelan. That's a great play there by Gary Whelan. That'll spurt on the team. That'll get them going. It was tenacious tackling there. Very well done by him to get that ball back from when the danger man Kevin Byrne was on it. And Tom Brennan pucks it down long straight away into their danger man Duggan. Owen Duggan, he turns aside, pops it inside, but the full forward is behind his man, and Camross will easily mop that up. They pop it out again. Joseph Tom Cuddy set fire to that. Kevin Byrne on it now. He goes inside Solis by one, but he doesn't get by Gary Whelan, who again mops it up, pips it up again. It's blocked. Brennan is out there for them. Clockwell on. Here comes Waite outside. He's been really good, Adam Waite, in fairness to him. He's really trying his hardest, and I tell you one thing, Ballycolly won't go anywhere while he's around, in fairness to him. But it broke back again straight away. Deegan gets it, Ben Deegan, and he puts it straight over the bar, and that's the direct hurling, Sarah. That's what kills you. It's one bang, bang, and over it goes.
Yeah, there's no thinking about it, straight over the bar, and it's a great score to be fair thrown out.
Yeah, that takes them out to 1-6 to 5 points for Camross. Again, a slight breeze there as Peter Rafter begins it again. It comes to Tom Brennan. Outside to Darren McAvoy. Up the line it goes. Who's going across with Frank Hyland, but he's behind his man as Tom Cuddy cleans it up again. Comes across here into Holmes. Holmes has been tactically put that there, but he's really been on that ball, really done really well. But it comes out again. Waite, that's that man again, and Waite that breaks it down for Clough Ballycolly, and they get the free there. Tom Brennan had it, was fouled. Antti Stapleton says a free. You'd fancy their chances here, Sarah, with the wind behind him for that one.
Yeah, definitely. Look, he's been good in place ball so far, so I definitely fancy his chances.
As Connie Dunn brings him back that couple extra yards there. Hopefully that won't disrupt his chance, but Tom Brennan steps up for this. Thomas Brennan, long puck, wind behind him There's a goal, and the goal is looking, and the umpires point to each other, and an excellent point. And they needed that for Clough-Balcalla, didn't they?
Definitely, yeah, super point.
So that just brings the goal in between them. As we said, in case you just joined us late, Clough-Balcalla are down a player. They now have 12 against 13 for Camross, as Camross go up through the middle. And they took the sharp puck out. Again, it goes, the new man thing is making a difference, and Deegan goes on to that. That was a great move with Deegan. He knows where it's going. He's straight in a goal, Ben Deegan. He takes a shot, he steps to the left, and that's a fantastic block. And it's gone wide. It's a super block by Evan Casson. He came across there. There was goal written all over that there, wasn't there?
100% savage defending there by Evan Casson. You have to give it to him. He got back and he's never gave up there.
Absolutely excellent. Again, that'll be the spirit of Clough-Balcalla as Peter Rafter gets it on the going again, and up they go. And here's Owen Duggan again, on thrown through the middle. Who gets it? Or come across Camross too, and they break out. Byrne is back there. Kevin Byrne moves it along quicker, being brought out as Ben Deegan, him I say, have swapped inside, and Owen Cuddy has gone in. So that they brought out Byrne, and he's making difference here now. Puts in a lovely place ball inside to Shane Higgins. Higgins down, but and Casson is on him, 2 6s, and Higgins wins it, puts it across, but it goes across the goal mouth and out to the right and wide. I'd say Tig won't be too happy with that. He would have preferred if he'd laid it off at this area.
Yeah, look, it was a great opportunity. There was definitely people running off. He could have passed it out, but look, they don't always go perfect.
Yeah. Absolutely, Rafter gets it on the way again. Kevin Hyland fighting for it. Opposite Byrne again, he's come out and made a difference out there in the middle of the field. He's rooting up for everything. And Cormac Hogan pops in the side to Owen Duggan. Duggan looks, sizes up. A high ball inside there. Will Frank Hyland get it? No, he won't. Camross man cleans up, and again, straight out to come with it. And they're not wasting any time. They want to get on the way. But it drops down then to Thomas Brennan, who's been waiting back here for it. So it's Owen Duggan again. That's a very high speculative one. Where is this going to drop? Who knows? Camross man under it. Frank Hyland was under it, but it didn't come to him. Now Kevin Meade gets on it, but out come Camross. They break out with it, and well blocked there by Kevin Hyland. Kevin Hyland, after the block, picked up that ball, and an excellent score by Kevin Hyland. That was just poaching at his best.
Great score. You worked for that well now, to be fair. Great block as well.
Yeah, so Ballycolla haven't, they've upped the ante from being down the player. They really are putting the work in now, and here they come again. Shane, Evan Casson, as we talked to him, on this side, there's plenty going on inside there as out breaks Duggan. He's been lively wire for Clough-Balcalla in the first half, but Camross deal with it, and they're going to break now. They have a man-to-man up here now as they go through, and it's Byrne again, but he gets dispossessed and stopped. Fairly says the thing, but he wins it again. Hasn't lost his ball, and he breaks out with it again, and it goes. And Deegan is trying to go to it, but Clough-Balcalla have it with Thomas Brennan. Brennan turns aside, puts it across, but it goes to the spare Camross man, but Anthony Stapleton spotted a foul, and Owen Duggan well spotted Anthony Stapleton. He was fouled as the ball went by, and this could be as Kevin Hyland comes across to eye it up, and the opportunity to take it. And that was again, Ballycolla seemed to up the ante since the water break, haven't they, Sarah?
100%, yeah, they've definitely came out with a different attitude now, and they've upped it completely, and look, it was just what was needed.
Kevin Hyland takes it, he puts it over to the left, and it comes right across. He started off by putting that over to the left, and then he judged it with the wind. Excellent score by Kevin Hyland. There's only a point in it now, Sarah. Camross won 6, Clough-Balcalla 8 points, and those last couple of points to be scored in this water break. So as it come again, Evan Casson went through his hands, but on it goes to Owen Cuddy. Cuddy going through all the way. 2 lads chasing him, Ballycolla, and still has it, pops it outside, and blocked again. Shane Higgins was in a goal, but it got blocked him. Breaks out to Deegan. Deegan pops it outside to Byrne, Kevin Byrne. He's going to eye up the angle, and well blocked. Fantastic block there by Kevin Hyland again, but it comes out to Camross. They move it inside. The extra player obviously is told it, as Owen Cuddy tries to break and turns around, and the umpire waves it as wide, and he's not happy with that decision, but that was a miss, that poor miss, I suppose, unfortunately. But there's a player down for Camross, or for Clough-Balcalla, sorry, as the play continues. On they go, breaks it outside. Hogan, Robert Lawler inside in the middle, but Frank Hyland comes out with it, and he takes the shot himself, puts it aside 1-on-1. But dealing with it well is Ricky Bannon. Bannon nearly caught them and fouled inside. He came out for it, brave enough to get it. And the free outside anti-Stapleton. There's a player down for Ballycollar. It looks like Adam Waite, is it, Sarah? They certainly want to lose Adam Hope. He's just a small temporary knock. He's been good, but as we said there, Clough Ballycollar have really put in the work since that last water break. So with 27 minutes gone, 30 minute and a half, 3 minutes to go, Camross 1-6, Clough Ballycollar 8 points. Clough Ballycollar have had the breeze there. It's a stiff enough breeze going down through from in right behind their backs down to the town end goal, I suppose, on pitch one here in LOETB Centre of Excellence. So Darren Maher's out there impressing, so is Picky, impressing on their players to keep it going. They can see the work that they've done since the water break is credit to them. Adam Waite, thankfully, is up. He's given us great entertainment so far. Sarah, hasn't he? Be ashamed to see him, and he's really doing excellent work in there as best he can for them, even though they're numerically down one. You wouldn't think it at this point in time. So the extra player is not making too much difference, but the extra player for them is taking the puck out, which is probably different. You would have thought Rick Bannon might have taken to use the player, but anyway, Higgins had it. Shane Higgins puts it aside, and there goes Owen Cody inside, and these teams have been fouled. Anti-Stapleton, as it was a free, and you would expect it to be easy enough for him as we approach the half time. Owen Cody standing over this. No mistake. Straight over the white spot that brings out to 2 points the lead for Owen Cody and Camross. Of course, he's on the county minor team, and it's now, you can see why. Again, they go along with the wind, but the extra man back there is Aaron Carroll, and he picks up the ball, comes out, pops outside to Holmes. Holmes looking to see who's free, but it goes straight to Evan Casson. Casson picks it up and moves by his player, takes a shot. Was there blocking it, going deep in, but Rick Bannon will take care of that. Pops it outside to Aaron Carroll. Carroll moves it across here and dropped inside, quick to pick it up was Cormac Hogan, the captain. He turned around, and a great score by Cormac Hogan. Camross won't be happy that they're kind of taking their eye off it, and they've stepped back a bit, haven't they, Sarah?
Yeah, definitely. And to be fair to Ballycollar, they straight away they're level back out there to cancel out that last free, and their work rate has gone completely up. You have to give it to them.
Right, so I see 17 in there for Camross to beat Ashton Keenan and Damien Sun there came in there maybe at that water break, but anyway, we'll pick it up there with the turnaround. And there's another score from the centre of the field, and Clough Ballycollar are really turning the screw here as they're trying to level up at half time, and it came from Kevin Hyland. An excellent score again. Once he saw the sights of it, he just took it straight over. So Ben Deegan on this now, straight turns, it kicks it, but pokes it in, was very short and goes out harmlessly wide there. That's a wasted chance there, as far as Tag Dorn won't be certainly happy with that part.
No, not at all. It was a silly ball across now. Should have took the time, look up and find player.
Rafter now looking to go, seeing what his options are. Probably cutting out to where the spare man is. Knows where he is. He puts it out 2-on-2 here. There comes Tom Cuddy. Cuddy going all the way. Comes off his hurl. Tom Cuddy gets it again though. Picks it up. Great pick up. Being marshalled by two players. Fairly says Anthony Stapleton as it breaks out again. There's plenty of Camross on here now. Out it goes. Ben Deegan. Deegan getting called from behind. He's trying to go through. Works it outside here to Robert Lawler. Lawler puts it aside, but it falls harmlessly inside to Rafter. Rafter gets the ball on the way straight away. Cormac Hogan, the captain now. Will he finish out with a score? Looks up, see what the options are again, but it's very high. It's anyone's game, but there's two Ballycollar or Camross men aside there, and Aaron Carroll deals with it fairly handily, and they come out and break it out outside here to Robert Lawler. Lawler moves it across, but again the block sloppy enough stuff there, but comes to Ballycollar. No high hurl. Ben Deegan got his hurl in there, got a touch on the ball, and it's fell down. But again, Clock Ballycollar really fighting hard for it. It's going in, it's a 50-50, but there's 3 Camross players and the goalie Ricky Bannon inside there who'll deal with it against 2 Clock Ballycollar, and out they come here, but it's taken away from no trips, I think, as Tom Cuddy moves it on quickly. Shane Higgins across here. Inside to Owen Cuddy. Cuddy got it well hooked, but again by Highland. Well hooked again, he still has it. There's Byrne, who tries to go beside his man. His way is blocked. He's not going to get a thing there. No freeze. The referee, and rightly so. Ballycollar really tenacious tackling. They're looking upside. This is a free man aside if he gets it. That's Cormac Hogan, the captain. Hogan still has it. Puts it inside short. Dropped it. Unfortunately, Owen Duggan, the uncharacteristic of him so far in this game. He just came off his hurl at the wrong time. They're coming outside now, Camross. They're trying to deal with that. A lot of run, the extra man, and it's a line ball. Connie Dunn says for Camross. Clock Ballycollar probably could have made more of that chance there, couldn't it?
Definitely, I think it was a bit of a wasted ball. It was a great ball in, and there was just no one inside. I suppose it's gone very defensive now.
Yes, as we approach half time, it's 1-7 for Camross, 10 points for Clock Ballycollar. As the Camross take the short puck, and Tom Cuddy has it, trying to get it there, and comes back across here to Aaron Carroll. Carroll moves across, but Clock Ballycollar gets straight in on it. That's an excellent pick up there, and a fantastic score from Evan Casson, who's been fairly lively so far, Sarah, but he Camross to be so disappointed that they gave away that ball, and Evan just stepped up and didn't need a second chance for it. As Rick Bannon gets it underway again. The sharp puck out now, they're going with to the extra man, I suppose, against the wind. That's what Camross are doing this time. It goes inside here to Shane Higgins. Higgins is on his own. He's staying going. He's going. Wade comes across him, but he still has it. He goes across the goalie and it goes straight in on the line. Unfortunately there for Peter After, wasn't able to get his hurl to it. And that was Owen Cuddy, sorry, that came in with that one. Fantastic bit of work. And that's really going to break the hearts of Clock Ballycollar at this stage. As Kevin Hyland puts the ball in high again. Where is it going to break? There's 3 inside there for Camross, but onto it is Owen Duggan. Duggan again inside, pops it outside here. They come, Camross deal with it. They don't. It comes out again. Duggan is on it. Camross are mopping it up, and here they go. Out it comes to them. And that's Deegan on it. Puts it straight down. They put it inside. There's a man on his own. Owen Cuddy as he blows. So referee's call play. There's a fella there with that is Scott Holmes. Something wrong with his helmet, needs to be changed. So the referee's holding up the play there.
Replay the Camross goal there, pal.
Yeah, so the Camross, the goal broke aside, and Owen Cuddy got onto it straight away, and there's only one thing in his mind, Sarah, when he came in there. He hit it low and hard. Kind of Rafter got a little touch it, but again, a killer blow against Clock Ballycollar at this stage, I suppose. You know, they were doing so well just for that to happen, but fair play to Owen Cuddy. There was only one thing in his mind, wasn't there?
Yeah, exactly. It was a well-worked goal, to fair, and you just seen when they stopped just aimlessly lamping the ball down, I suppose. They went short with the puck out and worked it through, used the extra man, and it worked to their advantage in that case. Yeah, we
were trying to pick out, I suppose, when Clock Ballycollar were doing so well, we were wondering, you know, who had the extra man. It didn't seem apparent at the time, but Tig, obviously, they saw that and worked it out. Of course, Tig being the goalie would have seen there was a way to do it. Short, up, 1, 2, 3, with, you know, these clear passes up, and then when Cuddy got on the end of it, there was only one thing in his mind. And that puts space 2-7 to 11 points, you know, against the breeze. We'll say, have to reiterate again, Camross are playing against that breeze is blowing down, a nice fresh warm breeze, you know, but as everyone has been looked after now, medical team have been on. Kevin Hyland got seen to there with Clock Ballycollar. The play was stopped for Young Holmes, had a helmet problem, so while Owen Cuddy was up here with the ball previously on his own, it now ends up as a throw-in, and that's Casson breaks out. It's Cormac Hogan, the captain, but out here comes the Hyland. Kevin Hyland is on, being marked by 2, but he gets by both of them. He was great intention, great ball across. It was really well done across to Mead inside to his fellow mate Duggan, and Duggan has the sights on there today, and he does not need a second chance there, does he? That's excellent work by Owen Duggan.
Not at all. It was well worked there. That was exactly the response Balacalla needed, and it was a great score.
As we go to the half-time break, the score is Camross 2-7, Clough Balacalla 12 points. We'll be coming back to you shortly with the second half, and we'll have a bit of chat before that. But at the moment, 12-man Clough Balacalla, they had a player sent off early in the first half against 13-man Camross. There's only a point in it. Camross 2-7, Clough Balacalla 12 points. very welcome back to the LOETB Centre of Excellence, the Midlands Park Hotel under 15A 2020 final. Delayed obviously from last year. Had a cracking first half in regards, Sarah, with Camross leading 2-7 to Clough-Ballycoller's 12 points, and as we remind you, Clough-Ballycollar are down to 12 men, one man sent off there early in the first half. It hasn't really told so far, has it? Clough-Ballycollar after the water break in the first half really came out all guns blazing and have been dominating right up to the end until Owen Cuddy got in for Camross for a well worked goal. That's been kind of the difference. Clough-Ballycollar, we disappointed that, but there's all to play for, Sarah, isn't the second half? It's a big half coming up for them.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you have to give it to Ballycollar. They came out after the water break and upped the work rate 100%. And they've really put Camross up to it now. And it was only for that Owen Cuddy goal that are keeping Camross kind of thereabouts. Other than that, the work rate is 100% on the Ballycollar side.
Yeah, it is. Anthony Stapleton goes to the middle of the field to start up, and I suppose in particular, we like picking out players, but they've been Owen Duggan there in the middle of the field for Ballycollar have been exceptional. Of course, cousin Diarmuid Conway, at least seen a hurler, but as Anthony Stapleton gets the ball on the way straight away, Camross on the turn, he turns round, but it goes out to the wide. That comes off Owen Cuddy. He won't be happy with that one, obviously, but again, they got it from the break. So Peter Rafter starts out, a breeze into his face now. Nice sharp breeze coming up as Harry Peavoy came on to the Camross team. That's the only one we've seen, and he's going on to this straight away. No, he was looking for it, didn't come, breaks out again to Owen Cuddy. Cuddy turns around, he's not going to miss this time, is he? No, he doesn't. Turned up and looked straight over. So first scored again for Camross. They're setting the trend again. They mean business this time, Sarah, don't they?
Yeah, this next 15 minutes are definitely going to be crucial. It's going to be kind of the telling of the game, I think, and sure whichever team pushes on from here now should be fairly.
So Ballycollar have gone short with the puck out. Two of their players have come on. Let's come to Kevin Hyland. Hyland turns round, goes across, and that's an excellent point for Kevin Hyland. He didn't even have to look, he just turned it straight over the bar. A really inspirational score for them, Sarah, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a monster score. Didn't even have to look, straight over the shoulder, knew exactly where he was on the field. It's great skill.
Camross go short, even though they have the breeze with their puck out. Their extra man, they're using it. Tom Cuddy lets it down inside. Who's inside? Onto it. Peavoy was looking for it, but no, but Ballycollar clear out again. They break out. Well done to Darren McAvoy. He puts it out to the wing. Going over to this Frank Hyland. Will Hyland get it? No, he's beaten it by Holmes. Holmes have been really well so far for Camross in the first half. Puts it across to Deegan. Deegan looks and turns. He takes a shot. Is that going to go over? The umpires are looking. The umpires say it's wide to the right and wide. Ballycollar cheer that one. They're happy enough with that. So lively start to the second half. Peter Rafter now looking to see where he's going to go. Is he going to go short or long? He goes long with it. Out it goes. Side. Missed by everyone. Pops around the place. The Camross go in hard for it. And they get it. They don't come out with it. But Owen Duggan again is in there. There's a lot of players in there. Anthony Stapleton blows a whistle. There's a player on the ground. I'm sure this will be thrown in between whoever. As he walks up there, Anthony. Two players going in. I see Kevin Mead in there, Duggan is in there, definitely Cormac Hogan is in there for Clough-Ballycollar, and Ben Deegan there for Camross. There the two players are lining up to get this, and he'll just throw it in between him. He's trying to get the rest of the players back. They're mad anxious to get stuck and get on the ball and get scores. Camross 2-8, Clough-Ballycollar 13 points, point in it as it breaks out, and that was Waite that got that, and then Tom Brennan was fouled there, slap of the hurl down on him, and he's going short because he knows the breeze. He puts it in quickly, goes aside, but goes over the head of Cormac Hogan. Hogan was calling for it. Camross leave it behind though, and Hogan is onto it there again. The captain, he's trying to break through three Camross lads, but Camross clean up on that and pick it up, and out they come again on the attack. Goes short to Deegan. Deegan turns straight in across the side. Kevin Byrne is on his own in there. Byrne, he turns round, puts it over the bar, does he? The umpires are looking at each other. Yes, they give a point there for Camross. So Kevin Byrne is playing the inside line again there, Sarah, this time as he did in the start of the first half.
Yeah, they've made that change back. They've brought Owen back out midfield again.
So now Peter Rafter again looking out. His options are limited because, as we know, there are just 12 players for Clough-Ballacolla. He goes along, going to put out between the two players, the two of them, and he'll say that came off the Camross hurl, and Clough-Ballacolla win that. It came off Aaron Carroll there. As Kevin Hyland gets the ball on the way, gets the game on the way. Hard look there, slipped under his feet for Tom Brennan. Back to Hyland again. Hyland, long ball in, was nearly stopped right. In it goes inside there. It's anyone's ball. Who comes out? But Camross come out with it again. And that's Holmes again. He's been excellent all day. They're really mopping up all the stuff. Camross on across into Byrne. The Byrne is a one-on-one aside. He's deadly on his own. They're leaving one man in him, of course. They've no choice, Ballacolla, but unfortunately that goes right for Kevin Byrne. He had plenty of space and time there. Ty Dorn probably won't be happy with that.
No, probably a little bit too much time. I think he probably kind of overthought it a bit, but look.
Peter Rafter gets it on the way. Kevin Hyland, unfortunately, we know what happened. Aaron Carroll was shadowing him. He's just a little bit too far for Hyland, as Aaron Carroll puts the ball down, going to take the sideline cook. Camross have the extra man, and there he is, picking him up in the middle of the field. Not much they can do as Tom Cuddy moves on again to Byrne. Byrne is going to get onto it. Closely trying to be maxed by Gary Whelan, the vice captain of Ballacolla. Byrne gets it, does Whelan get it? It's a great battle over there. Whelan, there's plenty of stick flying inside there. Byrne still has it. He's going to cross it towards the goal, and out comes Rafter with it. Clears it up. Rafter on the ground, no, missed it. Tries again, gets the second time. Deegan is on it. Well robbed there by Tom Brennan. Brennan gets away with it, and Brennan wins that battle there. It was great work from Ballacolla. Their tails are up now again as they come across. Brennan pops in the side. They're well intercepted there though by Shane Higgins. Higgins watched that all the way. He turns around. That was actually Tom Cuddy. That could be an unbelievable shot, but unfortunately went right and wide. But there's a Clough-Ballacolla player down injured. That extra player starting to tell now, Sarah, unfortunately. You can see Camross have that extra player back around here, and they're looking to see where it's going and picking up the loose ball, isn't it? Yeah,
they're sitting Tom Cuddy back that bit. You're using him that bit more. They're looking for him, and I suppose then they're letting us straight in on top of Kevin Byrne every time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Byrne 1-on-1 in there can win that battle put into him, but Gary Whelan has a job in his hands to try and marshal him. But that's their ploy. They're getting it, retrieving the ball and putting it in 1-on-1 inside him, and fancying a chance with Byrne in there to do the damage for Camross. But it's still anyone's game. Camross 2-9, Clough-Ballacolla 13 points. 2 points in it is all it is. Nothing in a hurling game, as Tom Brennan down there with the helmet off. Got a bit of a knock that time as he was coming through with the ball, and not sure what happened after that, but he ended up on the ground. And he's been looked after there. Darren Maher out him, Picky out him. You know, I'm sure he'll be told get up and shake the half and get on with it. You know, but round of applause from the crowd there to see him back up. They'll want Tom Brennan at his best if they want to win this game, and they're doing everything in their power at the moment as Rafter puts it out, goes over everyone's head when there's a loose man picking up again for Camross. It's Tom Cuddy. Cuddy comes out, looks up across, it goes over Deegan's head though, as Tom Brennan there, the man we talked about earlier, puts it back to Hyland. Hyland been real live wire here tonight, and there's an unbelievable hard look. It went left and right. Intentions were good, and he found himself in plenty of space too, didn't he, Sarah?
Yeah, definitely. He spotted him there well, got the ball out to him, and it just drifted wide last minute there, unfortunately.
We see there Clough-Ballacolla have got Colin Brennan in as well, number 17, so we'll find out later who he came in for. We'll see him as there, that man Adam Waite picks up the ball, and Clough-Ballacolla break out with it. They're looking up, their options are limited as put it across, but there, that's well done there, moved it on quickly, and Hyland's trying to get on to the end of it, but number 3 Josh Hines picked it up, and something happened afterwards there that Anthony Stapleton spotted, and that's a free in for Camross. That's indiscipline that Camross can ill afford to do, Sarah.
Yeah, look, it's a bit silly giving away free, like especially like it's well within his range here now, so I presume he should pop it right over. It's a bit of a silly one to give away.
Absolutely there. Ty Dorn certainly won't be happy with that, as Kevin Hines steps over the ball, looks, bends, he's eyeing it up there, picks and pops it straight over the bar, and there's an excellent score for them that brings them back to within a point. 2-9 for Camross, 14 points for Clough-Ballacolla. I said Clough-Ballacolla down to one player as Rick Bannon gets it underway again, goes out between the middle, picks it up there inside, and straight on to Deegan. Ben Deegan turns around, didn't really need much of a look, and that really counteracts the foul they gave away, and they stretch it back out to 2-point lead. Peter Rafter looking at his options again, as I said. Players tightly marking each other now. Owen Cuddy getting plenty of attention here, or Owen Duggan, sorry. It's Duggan from Robert Lawler, but Tom Brennan on again, pops across to Highland. Highland, the speculative ball inside. They're hoping that Cormac Hogan, the captain, will gaunt it. He does, he goes down to ground. He gets it up, scoops it up. There's 2 men all over him, and 3 men at Camross there now, but Hogan's still persisting, but Camross break out with it and put it across quickly to Deegan. Deegan tries to sidestep his man, comes back into the middle, looks up, pops it out again. Long ball from Cuddy inside to Byrne as well, and Gary Whelan got the hurl to that time, and Whelan inside, and that's well done inside. Thomas Brennan's back there to help out his back line. Looking up, where's he going to go? Duggan is underneath. He goes through them all again. The camera spare man picking it up there and quickly get it underway again. Drops it to Deegan. Deegan tried to control it, but straight onto it was Dara McAvoy. McAvoy still has it, looks up the line, again blocked by Higgins. McAvoy has it again, tries to get through Higgins. That's a big man to try and get through, but Thomas Brennan quickly gets it all underway. Underneath here is Colin Brennan, but Camross break out with it, and it's Josh Hines. Comes to Highland. Highland pulls on the first time, maybe should have got control of it, and Camross win it back again. Owen Cuddy inside again. That man they're looking for is Kevin Byrne to get on it. Being shouted there by Gary Whelan. Byrne makes a space, comes outside, he pops it across. On Duggan, he's going through, he's looking for the goal, obviously. He's still going through, and stayed going, Sarah, and that's what you want from a team when they see the opportunity to take it.
Yeah, exactly. He saw the chance, he took it, he just completely went for it. It was super score, stuck in the back of the net. There was no hope there for Peter Rafter.
Yeah, they got underway. That's a big blow for Clough-Ballacolla. 3-10 for Camross, 14 points for Clough-Ballacolla, and Camross are coming again, but it's picked up inside there by Evan Casson. Casson, a free out on anti-Sapling, a little bit overzealous charge there, or tackle from Camross as players don't tying his lace, and Anthony's not going to listen to that. On we go, he said, with Hurling, let's go. And he hasn't held it up. Some players have stopped. I think they thought he had it held up, but they don't. He lets them on, gives them benefit out. But that's a ball that's going nowhere, and that's the last thing Clough-Ballacolla want, is just a little bit of heads to hold on to that, Sarah, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Look, a bit of confusion there in the middle field, but it was a silly ball to give away. Should have kind of held on to it, took a few steps and looked up.
Actually, we were going for one of those water breaks, and that's what we have now, I think.
Last Camross goal.
So as we come into the Camross, the goal there, the replay, straight in, Cuddy saw the opportunity, stayed going, went by 2 Clough-Ballacolla players, and Peter Rafter had no chance there, Sarah. For us, we'd be talking, maybe put the ball over the bar, but Owen Cuddy had different thing totally on his mind as Anthony Stapleton begins it. We thought there was a water break happening. Maybe it did happen. It was very quick if it did, but Stapleton is looking out to get players on the field, and back the match resumed, and it's going to come from Rick Bannon with a puck out. That's a big high ball in there. He's open to Peavy, gets it, and Harry Peavy gets onto it. A big man, and he goes down and breaks away from him. He tries to play it inside. He doesn't get it, and there is Owen Duggan again rooting for Ballacolla, but it breaks to Robert Lawler, and Lawler went through, but a foul, says Anthony Stapleton. A free out for Clough-Ballacolla. So Clough-Ballacolla with the free out now. He's looking out, and by him, the way he looks, his options to puck it, and Tom Brennan puts it up there, goes across, does a break. Highland was under it, but well held by Aaron Carroll. Carroll across, straight across to Ben Deegan. Deegan doesn't look, he puts it, but that's bit speculative. Sarah probably could have said it himself, couldn't he?
Yeah, 100%. Could have taken a second and looked up. Bit of a pointless ball, I suppose, just aimlessly drove wide.
Yeah, Ty Doran will be happy that his anti-Stapler comes across to talk to his linesman, so he's trying to see maybe they're having a conflab about something. But anyway, we'll see what it is. As score 3-10 for Camross, 19 points. The Clock Balacalla 14 points. We're 44 minutes gone. That's 14 minutes into the second half. Camross just those goals have been killers here, I suppose, for Clock Balacalla, and they've just got them ahead now with a nice bit of a cushion at this stage.
Yeah, look, Camross just been that bit more clinical in front of the goals, taking every chance they have. They're just running at them, and you have to give it to them.
Yeah, so Tom Cuddy cleans up there for Camross. A ball that Clock Balacalla had. Wade comes out, misses it. Kevin Byrne inside. He still has it. Really the ball is sticking to him. What he'll do with it across to Owen Cuddy. Cuddy turns around and does he look? He gets encouragement from the sideline here to put out the bar, and that's exactly what he does, and stretches them out. They're beginning to dominate now. Camross, that extra player is really coming to the fore. There's 2 goals in it, 6 points, and we now have the water break. Sarah Anthony decided now was the time to have it, so they have a kind of a 1.5 water breaks in this half, as if we were giving out about water breaks as it is. The start of second half, Sarah, Camross came out with intent, got the first couple of scores. Clock Balacalla come back, even though Camross have missed a bit. They've upped their game, Camross, and they've kind of taken a hold of this one out at this stage, haven't they?
Yeah, look, they've been picking away there and popping over a few scores and increasing that lead, but I wouldn't write Balacalla off. You've seen the work rate. They've came out after that first water break completely upped it, and I don't see them going away easy now.
Yeah, and well said from a Camross woman. I knew well you were going to say that, because you fairness see, you look, I don't know, you don't, Camross are traditionally, you don't like favourite tags. You don't believe such a thing. That doesn't exist, and rightly so, because Clock Balacalla have done nothing wrong. They really tried really hard, and they've been really gamesmanship in all the game, the whole of this game here. Just I suppose the last few minutes, just Camross have got the breaks. The extra player has done it, you know what I mean. And I suppose from my point of view, I would think that Camross, but of course Clock Balacalla, and the club better than anyone, you know what I mean, from playing against them and all that sort of thing, that if with Darren Maher and Picky and all those lads on the sideline, the last thing they're going to do is lie down and give up.
Oh, 100%. There's not a hope of that happening. Camross have another thing coming to them. This 15 minutes now will be crucial to see how it all pans out. But definitely, a few of those players like Tom Brennan and that, they're still running at them. They're still looking lively for Balacalla.
They are indeed, yeah. And Anthony Stapler going across. Maybe he's getting a drop of water himself. But anyway, both managers and the water breaks do extend out a bit. If they were going over getting water, I suppose it'd be fine, but they do extend out into kind of timeouts in basketball terms, I suppose, kind of thing, where whiteboards are out around you. But Ty Dornell, only one message to his players is keep it going, obviously, Sarah. Keep good doing what they're doing. He probably will give out about a few missed stuff, because he won't be tolerating that, just aimless misses.
Yeah, there's been some silly old misses there, but look, I suppose he'll just try hammer it home to look up and let the smart ball, I suppose, is what they need to do, and it's well within their range to, they all have the accuracy. It's just not to panic now and to settle on the ball.
And what can Darren Maher be doing and Picky with his lads, to stay going the way they're doing? There's anything you think they could do with it? There's a breeze against them. It's not favourable for them, obviously, and a player down, we keep harping on about it, but unfortunately it is telling its toll on some of the lads, Tom Brennan, etc., who've really had to dig deep. Owen Duggan, they've really had to, and Kevin Hyland has been just outstanding today, in fairness to them. They've never given up, and as well as the other players, but it is a hard graft for them to pull this back, but as you said, they're capable of it.
Yeah, 100%. Look, the last 15 minutes is always where the mental battle comes into it. The legs are heavy, you're sore. It's where the mental strength comes in. You just need to ignore the pain and just go drive home. And look, I suppose the boys know themselves, like this is it. This is last few minutes. It's final. They're not going to go home easy.
Yeah, and no better woman than Sarah Cuddy to know that. As I said, congratulations to Laois Camogie yesterday. Fantastic winning against Dublin. Anytime you beat a Dublin team, it's fantastic, and it's great. Keeps them in Division 2, and well done to them as they face in the championship. And Camross are back out, and Clock Balacalla are coming out now as well. And this game is going to resume. Where Stapleton is going to get it going. I think it's with one of the keepers, as far as I know. But I'm going to see who it is. No, it starts off. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Peter Rafter gets the ball underway, gets the game underway. It's dropping aside, missed there by Shane Higgins, but Clough-Ballacollar are going in. They're not giving up, and there's Gary wheeling across here to the captain, Cormac Hogan, puts in a long ball. Bannon deals with it, does he? Pops off his hurl, but it comes straight out again. And to Aaron Carroll. Carroll moves it across. Deegan is behind his man though, as Cormac Hogan picks it up. Hogan still has it, trying to get through 3-4 players. He's really doing well. He turns around, makes a space for himself, and that's a really, as you said, that's an inspirational score there, isn't it, for them?
100%, and it's times like that when you need a captain to step up, and he surely did.
Well done, Cormac Hogan there, and that one, in fairness to him, the odds were against him, and he's really done well in that point. So now Rick Bannon going to start the game again, get it underway. Out it goes, out to the middle, up to go. Deegan breaks for it, doesn't. It breaks to Adam Waite, but again it's on the ground. In there is Peavy. Camross trying to get through, and they break through, and it comes to Deegan. Deegan finds himself a space. Byrne is inside him. He puts it across. Byrne has to run onto it. The goalie stayed inside. Byrne has it. He turns around, makes space for himself. There's maybe only one thing in his mind. He tries it. His way is blocked. He puts it across, and it's gone to out to left and wide. Poor miss from Kevin at that stage, Sarah, wasn't it?
Look, it was a poor enough miss, but the Ballacollar backs got back, and they got in his way, they defended, and they completely held nothing on.
Evan Casson gets the ball again high, speculative ball for Clough-Ballacollar in. 3 Camross men in around it, 2 of them. One of them is Holmes again. He's been very good all day, really tenacious tackling in there and coming out with it, and Camross break out again with it. Tripped on the way out there, free to Camross. Owen Cuddy going out with it, and Anthony Staples has come back to an injured and Clough-Ballacollar player. The intensity gone a little bit there in it, but maybe that's just, look, tired legs and that. There's a player down getting a bit of cramp, it looks like. As Camross now with the free out, as I said, Scott Holmes played really well back there, Sarah, hasn't he? He's been, of course, the pedigree he has, and with Niall and that, and you'd expect none better off him, but he's really done well there today for them, as has many of the others, and we'll talk about them later on. But again, they get it underway. Camross, big ball inside. Byrne is inside it, but it comes to Deegan, pops into Deegan, he's going in, he turns his player, and one thing in his mind, being closely followed across by Casson, and in it goes into the net, and a goal for Camross. Yeah, Kevin Byrne came onto it, so Byrne tipped it into Deegan. Deegan put it back to Byrne eventually when his own shot was blocked, and it looks like Adam Waite down there, he had a bit of a knock in the first half, I think. That's coming back to haunt him again, but Camross now stretched it out to 4-11 to 15 points for Clough-Ballacollar. That's really been a killer blow, that last one. Whatever chance Ballacollar had before that, I suppose, you can look out at them there now. They're depleted. They've they work really hard. Kevin Hyland there in particular, you can see him down his hunkers. He's just, this has been a killer blow, that last goal.
Oh, definitely. Look, they've had to do Trojan work to pick back, especially one man down. So I suppose legs are heavy, and that was just a hard blow to take now.
Yeah, so I think it looks like Adam Waite is down there, but Clough-Ballacollar really proud of him, is it? Sorry, Adam is out here in front of us. Yeah, it is Gary Whelan, the vice captain. Yeah, so Clough-Ballacollar warming up, a sub to go in. The game is at a standstill here, so give a chance for players to gather their breath and gather their time. Camross are very happy the position they're in. 4-11 to 15 points up with 52 minutes gone. So the last 10 minutes, I suppose, when you count in the water break, there's 10 minutes to go in this game. A long way back for Clough-Ballacollar at this stage. And the breeze has probably died down as Mom was here, if anything, but numerical advantage unfortunately has paid a toll, and it is a warm, heavy day, Sarah, isn't it here? If you're playing out yesterday, probably you found the same. It's very warm, and it does take the breath out of you, particularly when you're down and trying to get back.
Yeah, it's tough to stay going, just very close, and look, it's tough on anyone, especially with everything that's been happening. Training went to a standstill, and just I suppose fitness levels are kind of starting to kind of show a little bit.
Yeah, so we'll wait there. There's attention again for the Clough-Ballacollar player. Darren Maher's walking off there. Just things haven't gone to plan from so far. I think actually he has a pair of boots with him, so maybe there was a change of boots there as well for Gary. Thankfully Gary's up, he seems to be happy enough. He's jogging out his position, and we'll resume play with Peter Rafter getting the ball straight on the way again, dropping out to Hogan. Hogan was underneath with over his head, but on it goes to Clough-Ballycolly. In goes Camross with the hurl, and again well done by Hogan again there, got the touch on it, but Holmes again, that man, a great block again by Hogan. Holmes picks it up again though, neat ball across Taron Carroll looks up again. Kevin Byrne obviously target man, 1-on-1 again, and he takes it cleanly, and he's on his all straight through. He's going through all the way. It was well taken by Kevin Byrne, one thing on his mind, and into the goal it goes. That's, you know, we picked that out at the start. Kevin Byrne is in there with the wind on one route for him, and he's just exceptional in there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's ruthless on that ball. They're letting in every time, they're finding him, and he's taking every chance he gets.
Yeah, so Clough-Ballycolly make the Camross have a sub coming in there, so off goes Ross Phelan and Sam Devaney there, son of Rona there, refereeing Leash there, his son coming in to get his chance in the county final. It's great for all these fellas, and that goes straight out though to Deegan from the puck out, unfortunately for Peter Rafter, and Deegan puts it wide. Peter will be happy enough with that, but the game is petered out from atmosphere wise, and that Sarah's kind of come to a stop now since that last water break, as Camross lead 5 goals and 11 points to Clough-Ballycolly's 15 points. Peter Rafter looking again, and he's done nothing wrong in fairness to Peter. He's really had a good long puck out, and even against the wind he's given them every chance, but it breaks to Holmes again. Holmes tries to barge his way through, and Anthony Sapling thought the same thing I did, and a free into Clough-Ballycolly. Up stepping Hogan, the captain, Cormac. He's looking inside. They're going to go, he's tapping inside, see what they can get out of it. Where's it going? But again, there's the fullback, Josh Hines is it, and he puts it across. So only one route he's going, and again into Kevin Byrne turns around. Deegan's gone outside him, he's going to play him. Deegan has it straight 1-2, and wide again. The umpire was looking at it. If you miss him, Ben Deegan, his father's going to say this is nothing to do with Strably and the football side of it, but anyway, he'd be disappointed I suppose in a couple of those, but look, of course, you know, at this stage of the game with that much ahead, it's not too much of a problem, but in a tighter game you'd want that. But look, anyway, easy for me to give out up here. I'm not giving out, but I'm just saying, but the ball comes out to Hogan again. Cormac Hogan hasn't given up all day, led like a captain's role in fairness, but tried really hard for Clough-Ballycolly as a breakout again. There's that man Holmes again on it, outside to Deegan, who just missed the last opportunity there of a score. He's gone on again, has been did to her by it. In it goes again, route 1, Kevin inside there, Byrne. Again he goes to it. Adam Waite on his back, but Byrne tries to pick up at the third attempt, turns around, looks at the goals, puts it across. It's a very tight angle. Will that go across? And that's an exceptional point, Sarah. Really, you can understand why that man is a county minor, and long may he play for Leash and Camross.
Yeah, no, super score, very tight angle as well. It's great now, very good. Well,
Adam Waite there's pulled up on the way out there, going to that as we tick down the final minutes. We're 57 minutes gone. Camross 5-12, Clough-Ballycolly 15 points, so it's 12-point margin at this stage, and Sarah, and the life has gone out of this, you know what I mean, gone out of this game unfortunately, as a competition, really, hasn't it, Sarah?
Yeah, and I don't really think the score is really reflected on the game. No. Ballycolly have been thereabouts the whole way through, right up until the last few minutes. I suppose that the being a man down kind of taking its toll now.
Yeah, exactly, and you know, from the captain right through, they've really tried. Kevin Hyland, you know, Thomas Brennan, really some of them played outstanding. Adam Waite, you know, Evan Casson, Cormac Hogan, the captain, has led from the front, and fairness them, they've really tried it hard, you know, against all the odds at this stage, but they've really stuck gamely to it, and you know, really tried, never given up, and they're not giving up yet, and we're not giving up at all on them either as the game moves along there. Conor Mortimer turns around, pops it outside. Darren Carroll inside to Cuddy, Thomas Cuddy coming aside. Kevin Byrne inside. He didn't this time. This time Gary Whelan got him and got the free out, and Gary got the touch on it this time, I think. So as Peter Rafter is going to come out and take that, he needs to, and he puts it up. In it goes. See what's going to happen. Up there to go. No one gets it. It breaks outside. And a good free, Aaron. That was Owen Duggan got fouled there. Aaron Carroll judged if I fouled him and they take it quickly. Kevin Hyland back again across. He comes to Tom Brennan. Brennan going in, staying going aside. It opens up from 3 Camross come to him, and a foul said Anthony Stapleton. Thomas Brennan was bearing in down on goal. And a free for. There's a couple other lads are down outside here now with looks like a bit of cramps there. It's a hard ground. It's a hard day. Training has been, only back a short while, so you can expect that for these chaps who tried really hard in the county final. So Thomas Brennan is getting back up, stretching himself as Kevin Hyland is going to step up and take this close in free for Clock Ballycollar. Think he'll have a shot of goals here?
I suppose he's not to lose now, he might as well go for it.
Yeah. Ty Dorn's coming out there having a conversation with Anthony Stapleton, not sure. But it's all friendly. At this point in the game, 5-12 for Camross, 15 points for Clock Ballycollar, still at 12 point. Kevin Hyland going to try and reduce that now. And the way he's looking around, and I'm sure he's Rick Bannon is out making sure he doesn't go for it. He's going to be forced out to that, and he'll have 4 good lads behind him to help him out. Kevin looking around as Aaron Carroll gets back to the ground. Camross man, he's treated and is fine again. So Kevin Hyland looking inside. As I said, Rick Bannon is out there poised and ready. And he went for the low shot, but again a great save inside there. Kevin had to do that. Now come Camross again, but there comes Clock Ballycollar not giving up. Evan Casson puts it inside. Rick Bannon deals with it. Where's he going? Out here to the wing it comes, running onto it. Is Darren McAvoy back inside? Well worked by Owen Cuddy. Cuddy puts it inside again. Ben Deegan turns around. Umpire's looking at it and they go for the flag. Deegan got it, but again good work here by Owen Cuddy, and Stapleton Anthony blows it for the puck out again for Peter Rafter. 5-13 to 15 points. The excitement has gone out of this game, unfortunately, as Camross press home their advantage. Thought it was a free from Evan Casson, and Anthony decided it was a free afterwards, and Camross said gladly Owen Cuddy is going to step up and take this. Looking up at it, Cuddy bends and pucks inside. A great long score point. It looks to be drifting to the right though, and the umpire agrees with me and it drops to the right and wide, but this means nothing at this stage of the game. Sarah, unfortunately the time is up, unfortunately getting there, and Camross are going to win as they come out to tackle again. On that is Shane Higgins, is it? Higgins with a low ball, obviously trying to do there, but it went over the bar there. I think he thought we were going to put it over the goalie's head, but Anthony Stapleton getting in. There's 2 subs for Camross coming in. Can't be many left on their panel. We'll pick up what they are now in a minute, but again Clock Ballycollar fought really hard tooth and nail for this. Luke Ryan and Colin Conroy coming in there. It's great to see them getting a run out for their county final, as Scott Holmes goes off there. He's been sensational tonight, really played really well, done great work back there for them, and he deserves a break at this stage, as their captain Cormac Hogan breaks out, tries to get the play on the way from again. Ballycollar trying to get the chances for them. In comes Jim Hyland across to Brennan tried to get it, but Tom Cuddy was better first to it there. Cuddy turns round, there's only one route they're going with, that long again inside. Byrne doesn't get it. Liam Ryan has it outside, but it goes short. Here is Colin Conroy. Conroy moves to the right, low ball in, easy dealt with by Peter Rafter. Long puck out again. It goes under it is Robert Lawler, and coming to it though is Josh Hines. Hines puts across to Deegan on his own, standing middle of the field, lines up the post, and a great score. He gets this one straight over the bar to really 5-14 5-15, sorry, for Camross. 15 points for Clough-Ballacolla, as Camross now empty the bench. Tygdorn gives players an opportunity to say they played in the county final. And well done to them. I see Jamie Phelan coming in there, and David Hines. So now Peter Rafter starts it again inside to Kevin Hyland, who's really tried. It's gone over his head, but Kevin Hyland, to a man, has really worked his socks off the whole day, hasn't he, Sarah? In fairness to him, it's sad to see a lad that probably on the losing team at this stage, but he's really tried really hard.
Yeah, definitely. There's been some great work out of the few boys in the half-forward line and out midfield. They've been great now throughout the game.
So Hyland puts it inside, but unfortunately Rick Bannon comes out, claims it, puts it down along, and they're going outside is Camross, puts it outside. Conroy has it. He has it, Colin Conroy. He went down on the ground and got fouled coming out. That was Gary Whelan. Well, got fouled on the way out. Stapleton looks at his watch. I think the inevitable is going to happen fairly shortly, Sarah. Camross now with a 5-goal lead, unfortunately. 15 to 15 points in Midlands Park Hotel on the 15A 2020 final. Meant to be played last year, played this year, is Tom Cuddy, who's really played really well for Camross tonight. Deegan is beside him looking for the ball, but Cuddy's going to go on his own. Tom Cuddy, he lines up the score, does he? It goes straight over the bar, and a great score by a player that's put in an awful lot of work, Sarah, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been great there. He's sitting back and getting every ball, and I suppose he was taking his time and he was placing them right in on Kevin, and that's where the majority of the goal chances came from.
Camross comes again, the new lads coming in, but onto it, Aaron Carroll is trying to fight there against Kevin Hyland, met by Harry Peavy. It drops the count. Here goes, Carroll is still fighting in there for Camross, not giving up. They won't stop. They're going to stay going there. They don't stop at these things, and they keep going. Ball is in there, lads looking for it. It's on the ground. Anti-Sable says use the hurls, but out come Clough-Ballacolla. Well done to them, as Frank Hyland breaks out with it, moves it across, comes aside to Brennan. He's going to the only one thing he's mind. He's going to go for the goal. Did he get taken down? He did. Free in. It was Tom Brennan wants to take a quick. Camross are not going to allow that to happen. Rick Bannon is calling, marshalling his troops back there and telling them what to do. Brennan comes up low and hard. Great save again by Bannon. Camross clear the lines, and Anthony Stapleton blows the final whistle to the under 15 Midlands Park Hotel A final, and a resounding win. Camross 5-16, Clough-Ballacolla 15 points. In the end, Sarah, the scoreboard tells there was one-sided towards the end, but that wasn't the case for this game. Sure, it wasn't.
No, not at all. The whole way through, Ballacolla they were neck and neck right until the last 15, and I suppose then it just Camross kind of started being more clinical with that extra player and worked it through the lines, and I suppose that's when they kind of put them to rest.
Yeah, Clough-Ballacolla gamely fought. They've nothing to be sorry about. They really, really tried hard. We know numerically, they were a bit out. Yes, it did tell its toll in the end. Camross, I suppose, they had beaten them earlier last year when they met them before by 12 points. Teams hadn't trained and that sort of thing, only back a short while, but a good sporting game. Nothing really untoward in it at all, Sarah. Great credit to both teams and management and players and all that, as they're going to come across here now and accept the cup that they've been waiting a good while for. Last winners, I think 2019 were Portlaoise. So this age group hasn't been in existence for that long, so there wouldn't be a huge history of people winning that. It's great to see both teams go over and meet each other and shake hands, or fist bump, or whatever they're supposed to do this time, Sarah. So again, great for Laois Hurling. Good few of these players. There's 8 in total, 5 from Clough-Ballacolla and 3 Camross on the county minor team. So maybe there'll be more lads there. Be going into the county minors. The development squad and minor manager coming here, Declan Qualter coming and looking at them and seeing. So again, a good sporting game as we wait for the presentation to come across now, and the captain Ben Deegan of Camross is captain, and he'll be accepting the Father Matt Walsh trophy, as I said, donated by his family in Millennium. Fantastic, beautiful cup. Looks very like the Liam McCarthy there, as I see it. But again, thanks to Midlands Park Hotel for sponsoring the championship. and well done to the juvenile committee, county board there. So for making sure this fixture got played and got finished out, and we don't have a gap on the cups, as Sarah. So as Camross come across here, Ballycollar having a debrief over there in their dugout. We'll look at now, and we'll keep here with you. You can stay with us, folks, and we'll look at the presentation, and we'll hopefully talk to Ben Deegan in a few minutes. Just stay with us. So we're back, folks, as the trophy will be presented by the Juvenile Secretary Leash, Sean Connolly, and the captain coming up to take it is Ben Deegan. Ben, as I said, his mother has all the hurling side, and certainly no football from the Martin from Stradbally had no hand active part in this, but in fairness to them all, well done to Ben and his teammates there. Fantastic effort for them. But Ballycollar can hold their heads high, Sarah, really. You know, game free, as we said before, they really tried really hard. I can see them there, everyone really tried their best, but just came up a little bit, short at the end of the day. So we just watch as Sean Connolly now makes a speech.
Trophy that was given by the Walsh family, and as I say, it's a replica of the Lee McCarthy. So it's a great honour to win this cup. I'd say it's probably one of the most valuable underage trophies in the country. So it's a great privilege for anybody to have a chance to play in the final. Before we go any further ado, I'm going to mention our sponsors, Midland Park. They're sponsoring all our competitions for the year. They've done it for a number of years, and now that we're with the lockdown easing, hopefully most of you can visit there at some stage during the year. It's just to acknowledge by the support they've given us. I want to thank the referee, the linesmen and the umpires, because without the officials this doesn't work. And I also want to thank the people who prepared the grounds here in advance. Just a quick word for Ballycollar. Her look on the day, it was a very good spirited performance, and what's more is you definitely are improving. So I imagine in 2 years' time you'll be giving these guys another crack. But it was a good game, very good skill level, so well done, guys. And finally, I want to thank and first of all congratulate Camross for first of all winning. But this has been a very good Camross team the whole way through. You've consistently performed as one of the top team in your generation, and well done again. So without any further ado, I want the captain, is Ben Deegan, to come forward and to take the cup.
Ben Deegan. Bring on the cup with you there, Ben. We'll have a quick word here with Ben. He's shy, he didn't get that from his father's side anyway, Ben. Well done. But congratulations and well done. Fantastic team effort, and you're a proud man tonight. You say, today the captain this great bunch of lads.
I am. They're great lads, in fairness. Put it in training week in, week out, so very proud of them today.
Yeah, and Clough-Ballycolla, they really put it up to you, I suppose. At the end, the numerical advantage, it worked out better for you. But it was a cracking game, I suppose, up till the last water break. You got really on top, but you had plenty to do in the first half. It wasn't as simple or as plain sailing as you may have thought, but I know you don't think that way.
And not at all, no, sure. The first half was very tough. They kept ticking away at putting the ball over the bar, and I suppose we were lucky we got 2 goals, and I suppose we fared on from then in the third quarter.
And what about the lockdown? How do you manage that? Last year we were going to play this and just disappointed not to happen.
Yeah, we were disappointed now. We were looking forward to playing it just before everything locked down again, but I'm sure it's here now, and happy enough to have the win.
So for your management team, you anything to say about them, Tig and Sure, there's no mess in there, that and this is the fruits of it, I suppose, the hard training.
That's it, hard training done now. Come in for the minor championship now, want to win that. And look, the boys are very good. They know how to do it.
Ben well done, and congratulations to you and your team, and great game. Well done. Thanks. As we leave you here from LOE TV Centre of Excellence, Midlands Park Hotel, under 15A 2020 champions, our Camross. A good victory over Clough-Ballycolla, and we leave you here. And thanks for everyone tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the game. And see you again soon. Thank you.